The digital migration has been halted again, at least until Monday. This is after a three-appellate judge bench, led by Lady Justice Rosalind Nambuye, extended the migration until next week when the case resumes. Three leading media houses, Royal Media Services, Nation, and Standard Media Groups, were in the Court of Appeal for what would be the first day of hearing of a case in which they are seeking to be granted a digital license and frequency when the digital migration sets off.
And when we are talking about media freedom in Article 34, the biggest beneficiary of media freedom are not the media owners, are not the editors, are not the journalists. The beneficiary, the biggest stakeholder, is the Kenyan public.
Lawyers representing the media houses, led by Senior Counsel Paul Mwite, told the court that the clients cannot guarantee the accuracy of the content and the quality of the frequency if it is carried by the Chinese company that has been granted the license, and as such, it infringed on the rights as stipulated in Article 41 of the Constitution to protecting intellectual property.
If we have our license, we would be able to compete with everybody. We're not asking to be given a license and shut out everybody. We would get our license. And so long as we have our license, then the threat of shutting us down because we goes away. Because, yes, the license and the frequencies.
When the judges approach interpretation of a particular article or articles in the Constitution, you pose the question as to why this article was inserted, why this language was used in this article. And the answer to that question, the Chief Justice said, look at our history as a nation to inform you why the Kenyan people wanted this article or articles in it.
They also advanced the argument that the three media houses have already put in place the necessary infrastructure and that instead of rendering them obsolete by granting the license to a foreigner, all that needed to be done was to grant them the license and frequencies and allow time for necessary adjustments.
If you're going to be implementing something as fundamental as migration, you cannot do it in any casual manner. You have to consider that it's going to have serious ramifications for certain people, specifically the broadcasters who are already broadcasting. Having said that,
the loss estimated to be upwards of 40 billion Kenya shillings in investments if they abandon their analog frequencies and move to other carriers. He further said that the media houses will lose their advertisers during the switch-off.
Investors have a critical role to play. You can't turn around now and say, there's going to be winners and losers in this.
The media houses argue that they cannot abandon their frequencies for that of a carrier who is in direct competition with them, adding that they should be granted digital licenses and frequencies to operate, stating that the freedom of the media provided under Article 34 of the Constitution cannot be enjoyed without broadcasting licenses and frequencies. The case will now resume on Monday, where the other respondents, which include CCK, will be allowed to make their submissions. The migration stands suspended until then. Willis Raburu, Citizen Live at 9, Nairobi.